Good evening, everyone, and I hope you had a good exam, whichever group you had written, Group One or Group Two. If my audio video is clear, you can just give a thumbs up or comment, and do let me know how were your exams and how many of you actually watched the Cricket World Cup during your exams also. Right. So that is one part of it. The idea of this session today is a lot of students have this confusion about what will happen if, let's say, for example, you have written group 1. Then we know you need to just write, let's say, FMSM and audit in group 2, but then what will be the passing criteria and related aspects. There's a lot of confusion around that. So if you have any confusions on those aspects, you can put it out in the chat box and I'll be more than happy to address that. But yes, however, exams, that is one thing I would like to know. And how many of you actually watched Cricket World Cup, sneaked in between, and watched some overs and try to make a mix of both of these? Would definitely want to know on that. Do let me know in the comment section. And as far as your exemption, aggregate, passing marks, doubts are concerned, for those of you who are writing remaining papers in May 24, if you have any specific question, please put it out there, and I'll pick up those questions and answer. But yes, before that, based on the questions that we have already received, few things I would like to clarify. Number one, if you have written group 1, you just need to write, and if you pass group 1 in November 23, you just need to write FMSM and audit in group 2. Everybody knows. Now the doubt there is, sir, should we score 50 marks in each paper, or will we get carry forward of costing from group 1? How does it work? So if you have cleared one group, what happens is, for the remaining papers there is a separate unit which the institute has created. So you will have to write two papers, and when you write those two papers, out of 200 marks you need to score 50 marks or 50% in aggregate and minimum 40 marks in each paper. The costing paper marks will not be carried forward to your second group. So that is one thing you have to keep in mind when you are moving from group 1 if you have cleared and you are writing group 2 in the new scheme. So if you have cleared group 2 and then writing group 1, how does it work? If you have cleared group 2 and then you have to write the group 1 and remaining papers, you will have to write your taxation, law and costing. Sir, but costing is in group 2. All three put together will be a single unit, and there you have to score 150 marks in aggregate, 40 marks minimum in each paper. So that is how the exemption scenario will work in your case. Now if you have a exemption in a specific paper, let's say costing you have exemption, but you have not cleared the group, then that exemption paper will be carried forward and that marks will be considered for aggregate purpose. Similarly, let us say you have cleared group 1, you have got exemption in, let us say, audit. Now that audit exemption will be considered in your audit and FMSM papers. So you just need to get passing marks in FMSM, and that will help you to pass the examination. So broadly how the scenario would work is, if you have cleared one group, you have to write the remaining units where passing marks will be 50 and minimum marks you need to score will be 40. That is the first part. Second part is, if you have a single subject exemption, that will be considered for the purpose of calculating the aggregate and related aspects, right? This is one confusion. I think I would have received more than 100 queries on this. Sir, what will happen to aggregate? How will we write? That is how it has to be written. That is the first part of it. The second part of it is, how do we need to convert now, or do we wait for results for automatic conversion? What should we do? See, it depends on how do you want to plan your second group preparation or remaining group preparation. If you want to start your preparation immediately, if you need study material, please remember, for study material conversion is mandatory. So if you need new study material, you have to convert. Don't wait for the results. Convert and order the study material. That is one thing I would suggest. If you are someone like who is not sure, I will pass, I will not pass, I will decide after results. After results, there is automatic conversion. A lot of students have this query: do we need to pay for books? You need to pay 1000 as courier charges for the books that you would be getting for the new syllabus, right? So broadly, the confusion that is around exemption is, how will we pass, or what will be the passing criteria. If you are writing a unit, then minimum 40, maximum 50, minimum 40 and aggregate 50. If you have a single paper exemption, that marks will be carried forward in the new scheme. Now, one more doubt what students have is, sir, I already have the exemption in, let us say, accounting. Will it be carried forward indefinitely? No. So for now, as far as I have understood, that will be carried forward only for those 3 attempts. Beyond that, it will not be carried forward. Okay, so the new scheme exemption benefit will be available only if you have written in the new scheme. Right. So that is the broad message I had to give it out to all of you. Apart from that, if you have any specific query related to exemption, if you have any specific aspect that you want to get clarified, please feel free to put it out in the chat box, and I'll pick it up from the chat box, and I will answer your questions. And apart from that, generally also, so what should we do in the time till the examination? Complete your ITT, complete your OC, then complete some other courses like maybe Tally. You can complete a course like Excel, which I of course teach. Right, all of these will help you to prepare well for your articleship. Okay, so even if you feel that I may not pass both the groups, but still use this time to upskill yourself and get ready for articleship. Get access or get understanding of Tally and all of those things. Okay, so I've got some question. Self-paced online module classes. Vishal, for now, ICAI has not yet announced their self-paced online module classes, and we have also not yet taken a decision on this aspect. Okay, so once we get more clarity, but one thing is for sure, for the next 1 year, we will not be launching the SPOM classes, SPOM, self-paced online modules. Once we get more clarity, and if we feel that students actually would need that, then we might consider, because for now institute themselves will be providing classes. Yes. ITOC be done before clearing CA Inter? Yes, you can do it. If I convert to new syllabus before result, after result I cleared one group, will it affect my result? No, it will not affect your result. So no need to worry, Gokul. David, I have exemption in advanced accounting. If I don't clear the group, but get okay. So this is one more question, David. Not only you, a lot of other students have been asking. I already have an exemption. Will I get one more exemption? So please understand, to get an exemption in a group, you need to write all the papers. So if you have already an exemption in advanced accounting, you will not get any more exemption in that paper. Okay. So that 60 plus is not counted as exemption, because you already have an exemption in advanced accounting. So that will not be there. I hope I have clarified your doubt. Okay, so Garima has asked, can ITOC be done even before clearing CA Inter in new scheme? Yes, you can do it even before clearing the intermediate examination. Yes, if you have any more questions, or generally if you want to understand about things, what we should do, how we should approach, I'm available for some more time, and I can take those questions. Otherwise, we'll end it. Correct. Advanced accounting has been taken in group 1, but right now advanced accounting is in group 2. Advanced accounting is in group 2. So if you have written now, you will not get exemption. If you are talking about May examination, there you can get exemption in second group. But in November examination, you will not get one more exemption. Sir, I have cleared my inter group 1 in May 23. For November 23, I have not given attempt for group 2, and I have got 48 in costing. Then how much I have to score in remaining subjects? Okay, so if you have already cleared CA Inter Group 1, forget those subjects. Don't think about costing, accounting, nothing. So forget all of those subjects. Come to Group 2, you just need to write SK Jalil, you just need to write FMSM and audit. Those two papers you have to score aggregate 100, minimum 40 marks in each paper. So costing, whatever you have passed, that is gone. Now that will not be required for group 2. So you just need to write the remaining 2 papers. So that 48 marks of costing is not relevant in the group 2 mark sheet. So what institute does is they do something called as unit. So in the transition exemption, they have mentioned what is the unit you need to write, right? So that unit you can pick up then you can apply for that specific unit. I hope I have cleared your doubt. Harsha is saying, I am unclear about my group 1 results of November 23. What to do in meantime when we are waiting till the results? Now, if you are unclear, as I told you, do some upskilling courses like Excel, Tally, okay, that you can start because that will help you in your articleship. Start preparing for articleship or start studying about what kind of questions are asked in articleship, right? And that will actually help you to improve whenever you are appearing for the articleship interview. So that will actually help you. And also plan and complete your ITOC. Okay, so this is the time where you can actually use it to upskill yourself. And I'm not sure what is the status of your group 2. Okay, uh, what is the status of your group 2 papers? If group 2 is already cleared, then I think you should start preparing for articleship. Otherwise, you should start preparing for group 2. From this attempt, articleship can be started only after clearing 2 groups. Yes, you can start articleship only after clearing 2 groups. Nitin, sir, please make a video on paper 6. Please, didn't understand what to study. Okay, so I've made one video on paper 6 of new syllabus. I've discussed one case study which has been released by ICAI. You can go through that. Now, what has happened is they have actually, combined all the 5 subjects and they are asking questions on all the 5 subjects at CA final. So that is what is done. There is already one video. You can have a look at it. If you have, if you want me to cover more aspects, you can reach out to us on forums and we'll pick it up and we'll do a video on that. Sir, I have an exemption in costing first attempt. And first attempt is completed this. If I don't clear group 1, will 3 attempts will still be considered? Yeah. No, 3 attempts will be considered for a costing exemption. Okay, so group 2 May 24 means please start, Harsha, please start your preparation for group 2, irrespective of what happens in group 1, and then we can do. Garim, I don't think you need to clear and then start ITOC because that will delay the articleship, but still, no, I'll have a cross check on this. As far as my understanding goes, you can pursue ITOC simultaneously along with your CA intermediate. Otherwise, certainly after examination, there will be a lot of backlog for students who have not completed ITOC, right? But still, I will do a second check on this whether we need to pass, because see, after you pass, the results come out in August, and then suddenly all the ITOC batches will be full. I don't think institute will be doing something like that, because even when we were doing, even without completing intermediate, you will be able to do it. If I clear group 1, no need to write costing, even if I fail group 2 or more. So if once you pass group 1, okay, so there are 2 aspects. If you got exemption in costing, 3 attempts. If you passed group 1, then costing is exempt forever. So you just need to write the remaining 2 papers, FMSM and audit. One. Right. So please go through the unit wise scheme. So what unit they have given, I already have done one video on this. I'll put it up in the pinned comment. Just understand which unit you have to write. So if you cleared one group, those papers you don't need to write again, whether or not you have received an exemption. When results are, say, I expect results to be out in the first week of January, around 7th to 10th kind of a thing. I've written only group 1. Rupa, if I convert to new scheme, will my group 1 results be invalid? No, it will not be invalid. It will still be valid. Venu, I didn't understand your question. Cost, see, again, I am repeating for those who have joined in late. If you clear group 1, whatever you have scored in costing is irrelevant. Okay, you just need to write the remaining 2 papers. Sir, I have written only group 1, that is done. Okay, Vinay Kumar, sir, I have 75 marks in group 1 accounts but not cleared group 1. How much marks in new scheme? So if you have cleared, no, just a second, you have not cleared group 1, right? So you get exemption in accounts and 75 marks will be considered for accounting. And then remaining papers. So for example, you will write group 1 again. So that advanced accounting marks, you will have an exemption to the extent of 75 marks. and remaining papers you have to pass and write the exams and pass accordingly. What to study for CA final new syllabus paper 6? Paper 1 to paper 5. I saw two case studies, two to three case studies in fact, and the way they have asked questions, you have to read all the five subjects. Nitin. So I think I have addressed all of your common queries. I'll keep on coming up again. Addressing other issues as and when appropriate. We'll be continuously in touch, and I hope the results are in your favor. Institute. Some papers were difficult. I understand in some papers in final and also some papers in inter. So I hope you get good results. You get better marks, and you don't have to convert and wait, and you can actually start up your articleship. Garima, sir, this doubt is not related to CA rather than CFA. If someone has cleared level 1 of CFA, then does he become employable right after that? Maybe at some junior positions, but if you do level 2 is when you have slightly higher chances. I will still, cross check with Sriram. Sriram is an expert in CFA. I am not an expert in CFA, but as far as I understand, level 2 is, what makes you more employable. Garima. I scored 63 marks in costing. That will be considered as 63 marks in a group 2 paper. If I pass EIS, SM and FM Eco in group 2, but group 2 fail, in that case, what will be my group 2 paper? So, if you, I don't know, so Shan, what is the group 1 status? What is a group 1 status? Because just Nitin, for group, for paper 6, we are still deliberating. We plan to conduct some live classes on how to approach. So we will let you know on that. Shan, so okay, so you have not responded, but still I'll take it up from here. If you just pass EIS, SM and FM Eco, but don't pass the group, it doesn't have any impact. So basically, you will not get any exemption kind of a thing. Okay. Your mark sheet will show 75 marks for costing paper, Vinay Kumar. Sir, classes, I told you we have not yet planned for P4 and P6, both of these. P6 we might consider. We need more clarity from institute. They have just given some 7-8 case studies. Okay, just discussing those case studies may not add value to the students. So we'll be thinking on it, and as and when we get more clarity, we will let you know on that. You just need to complete the OT part, that is the OC part, what we call. You don't need to do the IT part again. But what I suggest you complete it as early as possible. Yes, there is a process. You have to log into SSP portal, and there is an option to convert. You can fill up the relevant details and convert into the new scheme. Okay. So I think we have addressed a lot of your questions. Feel free to ask any more questions as a comment to this video, or maybe you can ask it on our forums, and do share this video with your friends if you found this useful. I know a lot of students are confused with respect to marks, and subscription we have open till 30th November for now. We have not decided to about what will happen after that. If you get exemption in one attempt and another exemption in subsequent attempt, no. So as far as institute ICI rules goes, once you get to get an exemption, you need to write all the 4 papers. Okay. So if you don't write all the 4 or all the 3 papers, you don't get exemption. Advanced account 60, I wrote in November 23 group 2. If I get passed in ISSM, FM, but fail in audit means what? So if that happens, I pray that Shan, you pass your audit paper also. But if it doesn't happen, then what will happen is you will have to write the remaining papers again. That is, audit, FM and SM has to be written again. ICI will release it. We have not yet got, when ICI releases some mock papers or something, we'll definitely let you know. Right? Sure. Thanks a lot for joining in and enjoy the World Cup final. Those of you who are following cricket tomorrow, and then plan well for, not tomorrow, sorry, day after tomorrow, and plan well for your 2 months of time. Utilize this time, relax, revisit things, and you know do things that will help you to actually progress in your career. Before result, is this possible to? Yeah, it is possible. Why? Nobody stops you to prepare for final subject before your results. You can deny the exemption and claim new exemption at the time of filling up an exam form. Okay, after that you cannot do. Right? Sure. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a nice time.